even bigger. Yes, I decided to put lip sync on this morning. Woo! Yes. So today we're here just for a few minutes so we can stretch and get our smoothie ready. Listen, I told you to get your ingredient in the jar. I haven't done that, so we're gonna go back there together and do it. I have like a little table tripod that I'm using right now. So we're gonna do that and go to the kitchen and get our smoothie ingredients in there. I'm gonna do very, very light, very easy. So you can do green if you want. I just have some parsley I'm gonna put in mine. I have turmeric I'm gonna put in there. I have some frozen cucumbers. Good morning. I do have pineapple. I haven't cut it up yet, but I don't like pineapple in my smoothies. For some reason, papaya, yes. Pineapple, no. So, we're just gonna stretch for a few minutes, as promised. Good morning. And then we'll go get our smoothie. So, if you know anybody who wants to come join the party at about 8:20, 25 or so, and then we're just gonna have a live. We're just gonna chat. All right? Let's go. Ooh, why is it? I'm not feeling the air. Here we go. Bonjour. Whew. I can't believe this is the last one, but I think I'm going to look forward to being able to stay in the bed a bit longer and play with my phone, So I set my alarm for 7:30 every morning, but usually I'm up by 6, if not before. But anyway, so today I have a nail appointment ahead of tomorrow where I get my Thai massage for the birthday, and we will give God the glory, right? All right, let's go. Today is just stretch, right? All righty, let's go. Inhale. And up. Giving God the glory, saying thank you to the universe, right? You know how we do? Thank you, God, for your blessings, for waking us up. And as I always say, being grateful is a choice, right? Let's go down. Stretch. If you don't do anything for your body, just stretch it. Stretch it. Oh. And down to the ankle. Feel the lower back stretch. Oh yeah. Oh yes. And back up. I love it. Oh. Breathe. And then inhale up. Thank you, God. We choose to be grateful. And down. Let's stretch. Pull your arms back. Pull. And up. Stretch. You're stretching both sides. Your whole body, you stretch up and down. Stretch. Curve your shoulders. Oh, so good. And rock forward and back. And back up. The last one. This thing is riding up. I knew that wasn't a good idea. Not to put something over this. Stretch. Now this is diagonal, right? You feel it? You feel the stretch right in here? The reins of being grateful. You tighten your buttocks and you just stretch. Oh my gosh, so good. All right, this is the last day. Let's do a couple of these. On your toes and up. Good morning, good morning. Odiwa, good morning. You feel that? Now this is power. Back. Stretch, 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 stretch. Woo. And go back. Back, 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 back. And forward, the last one. And, this is like a high plank where you are putting your legs apart. And look up. What the hell? Okay. What's what the hell? Are you lost? Very nice. Okay? Stretch. 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 And then come up. Up, 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 up. Up, up. All right, yes. We got to cover this. We go up. All right. Let's breathe. We're still stretching, right? Let's roll the shoulders. This is just stretching for a few minutes. We're not doing a full workout. I said that before. We're not. Yeah, the love handles are still there. A little bit less, but they're still there. The reins are here. And I wore this outfit on purpose because I'm going to set the new goal and this time I'm going to pace myself. Since we're only going to be working out 3 days a week, I'm giving myself till the end of the year to completely change my body. Listen, you compete with you. I'm not competing with you or anybody else. Yes, imperfection. This is a 67-year-old body that has born 3 children. Some people got it looking a lot better, don't get me wrong. And I am not envious or jealous. They work at it, I'm sure. And some people don't have to work at it, they're just blessed that way. But we all blessed in one way or another. You choose to be grateful. You choose. And don't listen to anybody else. You can't body shame me. Nope, you cannot. All right. Whew. Feel that. Feel the stretch with the rolls. The rolls are alive with the sound of music. This is my favorite movie. What is the name again? Sound of Music. Yes, that's my favorite movie. I know. But this is a movie that I enjoyed watching when I was a child. All right, guys. Stretch. 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 All right. Let's go out. We're going to do warrior 1, right? And stretch. One leg. Straight. Arms here. And straight line up. We're just stretching, right? Okay. And then we're turning our face to the ceiling, to the sky, depending on where you are. Woo. and you feel that stretch, right? And we're gonna go to the other side. Warrior. It's a warrior stance, right? And you put your arm and straight line. Straight line. To the center. And go down. Place your hand back and stretch. And come up. And stretch. And come up. And stretch. And come up. And stretch. Seriously. And I think one of the main reasons, bend your knees. One of the main reasons for doing this challenge was to get me in the mindset that I need to work out regularly. It can't be spot check, when you feel like it, you can do it like that. You have to work out even when you don't feel like it. And as I said, you may not want to go to the gym, just go for a walk. All right, now, you're using your elbows to open your legs and sit there for a minute. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs, right? We're probably just about done for the 15 minutes I promised you. I was a few minutes late, so, all right. Roll up. Cover this belly here. All right, let's see. Ooh, 12 minutes, so we have a little way to go. Thank you so much. More power to me, more power to us. Listen, you can do this. Don't let body shame you with your body being imperfect. I'm putting my rules so everybody can see. This is what I struggle with, all right? So, this is my challenge to myself. I'm not looking for you to say anything positive. You want to say anything negative, I can remove you, block you. That doesn't touch me. Don't let people body shame you. Remember, we do like a daily affirmation in our chat group here. And my friend Sonia, she's so good. I don't know where she finds these things. But one of the things that she posted last time, every morning you get one at 7 a.m. and I knew that quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, who was, by all accounts, a decent human being. She said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your permission. You have to give people permission to say things to you that you allow to affect you. If I don't, you can say whatever you want. I don't give a you know what, okay? So, my challenge is to myself. My body goal is mine. I put it on me. You're not competing with anyone but yourself. And when you start feeling better, you feel better for you, not for the world. Who cares, right? When you put your clothes on and that slip or those pants just go up and then you're like, oh, there's a little, it makes you feel good. You do it for you. Do it for you, not for anybody else, okay? Quit giving people power over you, your emotions, how you feel about yourself. No. Take your power back. Take it. All right. Let's just do a few squats. I can't work out if I don't do squats. I feel like I'm cheating myself. All right? So let's go down and up. Down slowly. 3, 4. These are the most effective exercises you can do. 6, 7, 8. Make sure your toes are in front of your knees. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now we're involving the arm. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Your heart is pumping. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Push it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hold it. Hold it. You're holding tight. Your core is tight. Your buttocks are tight. Whew. Hold it. Just hold. Hold. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Hold. Put your arms out. Hold. And suck everything in. Suck everything in. Let's go slowly up and down. The movement is really concentrated. Woo. Yes. Okay. A few more seconds. A few more seconds. You still there with me? Yeah. Woo. You feel it? Heart is pumping. Yes. All right. Now see, that's how you reshape those quads, the thigh muscles. That's how you reshape them. All right, guys. 17 minutes. I think we can just finish off here, and then we're gonna go make our smoothie. You have the ingredients picked out? I'm just gonna use what I have in my fridge. I didn't go shopping. All right? So let's bring it down, up, and inhale up again, up, and last one, inhale up. Keep breathing throughout your whole workout. Whatever you're doing, just breathe. Your shoulders. Release the tension in your shoulders, okay? And then forward. Let's stretch up. And up. And up. Ooh. And up. Your neck. Release. Release. If you work on the computer, make sure you do these several times a day. It will release the pressure in your neck. I am looking forward to that massage tomorrow. I haven't had one in a while. Somebody came here and found one close to where I live, but she said he was a little bit heavy-handed. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to the kitchen and do our smoothie. Vámonos. Vámonos. Vamos a la calle. All right. Let us. This is my jar. So I am going to choose the things that I want to put in my smoothie. Okay, I have the light on. I hope you guys can see. I have pineapple water and coconut milk. Remember, I told you when I cut a pineapple, I take the skin, I rinse it, and then I boil it. Okay, and then you can just use it as liquid for your smoothie. And I have a little bit of coconut milk. Yeah, let's just put, because I don't have protein powder in the house. I have to order it from, all right, let's see. I'm gonna put some parsley in it today. And ice. Looking for my turmeric. All right, so I have some frozen cucumber. Oh my goodness, they've been in here for a while. All right, frozen cucumber. I'm gonna throw it in there. I have some turmeric. These are whole pieces of turmeric. I don't have ginger, but you can put ginger. That would be amazing. I have some Italian parsley. It's better to put turmeric, but I don't have turmeric. So I am using parsley. Parsley. Now, of course, if you have frozen vegetables, that's probably the best thing to put in. This is spirulina that I get from nuts.com. You can order online. No, this is moringa. I have spirulina too, but this is moringa. Organic moringa powder, okay? And if you have the tree, they have the tree here in Panama, and I'm putting like a nice, not, you know, a whole tablespoon. Usually I do a teaspoon. This is the spirulina. Spirulina is a green algae, and it's good as an antioxidant. So, and I don't make this every day, right? There it goes. It's gonna give me a green color as if I was making a green smoothie. Now, I have pineapple, but I realize I don't have anything else to put in there, so I might have to put some pineapple. I don't like to put pineapple in my smoothie, but, all right, this chia seeds, you know, you can put some of that in your smoothie, right? Maybe half a teaspoon. And then I used to have flaxseed powder. You can have flaxseed powder, but this is regular flaxseed. So I'm gonna put some of that in there. Flaxseed is good for you. All right, that's good. I'm thinking I need more body. I don't have apple cider vinegar, but if I did, this is where I would put it, when I would put it. So cinnamon, a little bit of maple syrup, cayenne. I already have turmeric. And regular black pepper. So, in my smoothies, I always add cinnamon. Cinnamon is a good antioxidant, so you can put it in your smoothie, okay? And I put it in my tea. I have the sticks, right? Oh. Cayenne. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I remember this guy was saying, oh, to use belly fat, call for my thing, and what he was selling were pills of cayenne. And I'm like, why am I paying this guy? This is regular black pepper, you guys. Why am I paying this guy for cayenne pepper that I can buy in the store? And this is cayenne. So I put regular pepper and I put cayenne. Apparently it helps your metabolism. You know, we need, you know, all kind of help in that. So this is a little bit of organic maple syrup from Canada, little bit. But in here you could have put some fruit like papaya, bananas. I don't like bananas in my smoothie, but you can do that. I just don't like banana mushed. So I'm gonna put some the ice, and we're gonna be ready. Oh. Alrighty. All right. So you may have some different ingredients you put in your smoothie. There is no right or wrong when it comes to smoothies, okay? There is no right or wrong. And I have a Ninja. I do not like this at all. I don't think it blends smooth enough. And someone said I should get another brand. All right, you ready? It's gonna be really green. Done. Yes. So you know you can use smoothies as a meal replacement if you're trying to stay on the good and you don't want to fall off. Maybe you've been bad. You went out to dinner with some friends and you ate all the wrong things. The next day, have a smoothie. Put some fruit or veggies, and then find your. Okay, here's my smoothie. Find your, beautiful, isn't it? Find your ideal, your preferred liquid. Just make sure it's not loaded with sugar. Cilantro is actually very good for you. Thank you so much, Yvette. Wow. Oh, that's my birthday. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thanks a lot. All right, we're gonna go do our chat while we sip on our smoothie and have fun. Thank you, guys. All right. Happy birthday to me. You know, you get to be a certain age. You're just thankful to still be here and somewhat in one piece. God has been good to me. I have been healthy, have not had major surgeries. My joints are still working. I told you I tried to my fan. I tried to run one time and my knee, one of my knees started acting up. I'm like, oh, and that was like years ago. So I have not tried to run. I do the trot. When I am on the syntacostata, I just kind of, just like you see me do here. You just do what feels comfortable for you. Thank you so much. Oh, All right, people are saying happy birthday. Okay. Listen, just be kind to yourself, to your body. Take care of it. You know, you hear people say, take care of your temple. And that's what they mean. The Bible says your body is a temple of God. And people are destructive to their bodies. When you eat the wrong thing, you're not taking care of your temple. When you out partying and you just drinking alcohol, anything that you do in excess for your body, it's not good. It's not good. Oh yes, lime. Beets, I don't like beets in my smoothie, but some people like it. I prefer to eat beets roasted. I just put a little oil, salt and pepper, or my herb oil, and put it in the oven. That is the best way I like to eat. Hi Greta, yes. So yeah. So tell me what you say you're sipping on beets. Lime is good. I forgot to put lime. Cinnamon, very good. That sounds amazing. I don't have a juicer. I personally prefer to do smoothies because I don't want to get rid of the pulp or anything else. To each his own. This is the thing, sis. I'm not going to criticize you for doing something different than I'm doing. No. No. You want to juice. You want to steam. You want to do raw. This is a free world. You do what you need to do. All I'm saying, if you're doing raw, just be sure you're cleaning really well so you don't take any little parasites inside. That's all. But anything else? Listen, don't limit yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you, Killer Queen. I appreciate you, sis. Hi, Jimmy. So what do we want to talk about? What does a 67-year-old, what do you think about? What do you worry about? Do you still set goals at 67? I'm 67 now. Well, the birthday is really tomorrow, but someone said happy birthday today. I'll say thank you, because tomorrow I'm not going to be here with you. Remember that. We come back next Monday. And I'm still working on this membership thing. It's not easy. Everything is work. And I'm like, I don't want to work any harder. I just hope that we've all developed some good habits, understanding that what's most important in this stage, and you're never too old to start, right? Let's say you've been neglecting yourself. You haven't worked out, you've been eating all the wrong thing. And you know, our diet in the US, it's not just the wrong food choices, it's the quality of food. You know, I spent 3 weeks in England some years back, and I was amazed. When I went to the food store, there were some things I could not find. There are some American brands that are banned in other countries because they know what's in them. They're not food. People, you know, like, let's get an example. Hot dog. What do you think is in hot dog? You know, all the stuff you cut off, that we call those offals, that you know, with the string that you just throw in the trash. They take all that. They put it in a grinder. They add all kind of spices, and they made it taste good. And that's what they put like in a casing and give you. You're like, yum, yum, yum. You don't know what you're eating, but it's junk. Just junk. And they eat a lot of that here. And I'm like, oof. I mean, you go to the store, they have a wall of all kind of branded hot dogs. They call them chorizo, but it's really not chorizo. The chorizo, they have a chorizo they make here. Then they take the pieces of meat, maybe not just the offals, and they season it. And that's not even food you should consider eating. We have other choices. Go get a fresh fish. If you want to eat a piece of meat, go get a piece of fresh meat. Don't eat hot dogs. Don't. I mean, it's cheap. This is what we got into in the US. We're busy, parents, we have kids, and they put the stuff in it to taste good, and that's where the addiction to the junk food starts. That's why you love chips, because it tastes good. You love hot dogs, it tastes good. All the prepackaged food. What do you think is prepackaged? They have to put things in it to make it last long and taste good. I'd love to see you make that, Lynette. Carrot dogs. I'd love to see that. I'm thinking lots of veggies and then you put it like in a casing. That's interesting. That is interesting. But I've never been a fan of hot dogs. So I know when people go vegan, they just miss certain food and then they go out of their way to reproduce something that looks similar. I don't think there's anything that I miss. And of course, I'm not so no meat, nothing like right now, like when I did when I first went whole food plant-based. When I went whole food plant-based in 22, I didn't eat any meat for like 6 months. And when I went back to eating a piece, I remember I was in Africa in 2023. Yeah. And we were having a meeting and I had been whole food plant-based. And they were, and they, oh my gosh, we had breakfast. And at 10 o'clock, we had snacks and it was a whole spread. And they had these nice, and the food was amazing in Africa. And they had this little chicken tender type chicken. And I took one. Listen, I got on the bus to go back to wherever we were, to the village, and I was sick to my stomach. So see, once you cleanse your stomach and then you go back to eating junk, trust me, the first time you try, you're gonna feel it. You are gonna feel it. Really out of shape. Killer Queen, sis, stick with me. We have a new goal, December 31st, okay? So we have like 6 months to work on that body, to work on our mindset, and to work on our dedication. And I'm with you. So I'm giving you the encouragement. I'm helping you be accountable. All I ask is that you get up in the morning, you throw something on, and you work out with me, whatever it is. And I promise you, Killer Queen, if you do that for the next 6 months, your body is going to change. You are going to feel better. But guys, it's not just about moving. Hola, Andrew. It's about what you put in your body. What are you feeding your temple? I tell people, every time you go take a bite, think about it. Say, is this feeding my body? Is it feeding my brain? Is it good for my gut? The gut-brain connection, we talk about that. Whatever you put in this stomach, it directly affects your brain. And as we get older, we can't fool around with our brains, right? My daughter, who's vegetarian, has been trying to get me to eat carrot dogs for years. One day I tried one and oh my goodness. Oh, was it that good, Lynette? But I wonder what was in it that made it taste that good. This is one thing you have to be careful when you become a vegan. When you're trying to reproduce something that in its form that you want a vegetarian or vegan option, don't put a bunch of additives to make it taste good. This is where the danger is. That chef AJ who is online, and unfortunately she developed a type of lung cancer, something that I have seen happening quite frequently in the vegan population. In fact, she addressed it. She said people are saying, why, good morning, King, why are you vegans coming down with lung cancer? Not that we are talking bad about people or rejoicing in, no, that. We're trying, what people were asking, and I've asked that too, if you're doing so many good things, why are you developing cancer, right? But then there was a doctor she had on her show. The doctor said, well, you don't realize what that lifestyle has done in terms of preventing the disease or delaying it. And he may have a point, I don't know. But she was saying that in the beginning, she was vegan, but she was a fat vegan. Because don't get caught up. I'm not bashing veganism. I am not. I couldn't be a vegan, right? Because I feel like, good morning, Deborah. Oh, yeah, thank you. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, Deborah. But you don't want to become so one-sided. That's what I'm saying. There's a danger in nutrition. If you talk to a nutritionist, they're not ever going to tell you to be vegan. They're going to say increase your fruit and vegetables and multigrain and healthy fats and stuff, because you really should be doing a balance of the ingredients that God had put in nature. What you need to do, fresh, wholesome, is always best, whether it's meat, whether it's grain, or whatever it is. So she said she wasn't eating meat. She was in that mindset of being vegan, but she was eating too much of certain things, and she said she was a fat vegan. And I have seen some fat vegetarian, right? So you have to be smart. When you get older, I believe, not everybody believes that, I believe that quantity is important. I feel like I can't eat the way I used to eat when I was in my 30s, because I had all that estrogen on board. Remember that. As women, I know there are some guys here, but as women, once the estrogen level starts going down, this little thing in your neck called the thyroid, it is so important, like everything in your body, right? So you're like, my brain, there's a pineal gland, they're all super important. So your thyroid starts to become a bit hyperactive and your estrogen levels go down. I don't know why it goes down. That's just the way nature is, right? So salud, don't forget, tell me what kind of smoothie you have. I think Killer Queen or somebody else told me what their smoothie was. But that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to become so one-sided. Variety is the key. When you eating your food, so I was telling Killer Queen, if you want to change your body, first of all, change your mindset. Make it a goal. Put it in your bathroom on your mirror. It says December 31st. This is when I'm going to look myself. I have a full-length mirror in my bedroom. I can't escape unless I throw a sheet over it and I don't want to see. Because me, if I cheat one day, the next day I see it. I don't know how it worked that fast. If I cheat, then the rings are bigger the next day and everything shows. So I can't afford to cheat too long, because going back is the worst. When you decide to change your lifestyle, the way you eat, and then you go off the rail, whether you indulge in things that you're not supposed to be eating, or you don't work out for a week or two, and then you feel bad, and then you go back, the going back is harder. And I personally feel this is when some of us give up and say, oh, F that, because we just don't have the luxury of not sustaining what we say we're going to do. And our body says, oh, yay. And that's why they say when you starve yourself of something, of food, and when you do get back and you start eating, your body's been starving, so it holds on to everything. Everything goes and deposits everywhere. Oh, let me save it for a rainy day. Let me save it. So that's why you need to do consistent workout so you can burn out some calories. I believe you have to burn out the calories because everything is sluggish. You don't burn calories. We don't walk enough. That's why a lot of people in Africa are very thin. How do you think these kids from Kenya are just running on these mountains and miles and miles? I'm like, whew, I don't know how they do it. But they're not doing it just when you see them. They've been living like that for decades, their whole life. They're climbing up and down those mountains, running up and down. The body, their lung capacity is trained for those things. I had COVID in 2020. And I remember when I came back from COVID and I said, there is something called pulmonary rehab. As a nurse, I know that. If you have COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, you can go, they have some offices, they call them rehab centers. And you can retrain your lungs to get healthier. So my lungs were damaged with COVID. So I said, I have got to get back to, to myself. So I started walking because I love to walk. I started walking, but you know, after a few steps, I would huff and puff and be tired, and I'm like, oh my God. But I said, I need to break that. I need to break that. I need to retrain my lungs to be able to work longer. And then I remember it was along the path of a lake, just like by the ocean here. And they had like a little hill. I decided, I said, I'm going to be going up and down that hill and see how many times I can do it. I mean, I had to stop several times in the beginning, you know, it was like, oh, and then my heart would just beat fast, fast, fast. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope nothing happens. I mean, there were some moments where I was like, okay, stop, catch your breath. That's part of the retraining, right? I'm retraining because my heart is sensitive to what my lungs are doing. If my lungs are not working right, my heart's gonna try to make up for it by beating faster. That's why heart failure is dangerous, because your heart is just trying to keep up. That's just the way God created your body. But it's sustained. You can do that for a moment just to help you to get up that hill, and then you have to go back. That's why when we are working here, and I said, my heart is beating, then you have to bring it down. You have to bring it down, right? So I started going up and down that hill. And you know, before I knew it, I was going up and down. And then I said, oh, let me try to run up and down. And I did. It's a mindset. Someone said that humans only are using a small capacity of what our brain can do. So we are not tapping into the power that we have within ourselves, because we get discouraged. We say, oh, it's too hard. Yes, it's hard. Like I said, Michael Jordan didn't just go up there and do those 3-pointers and shoot. He was on the court for hours. I'm not asking you to exercise for hours. I'm asking you to be consistent. Come exercise with me. If you've fallen off the rail, you haven't done it in a while, you're extremely overweight, and you're tired, your bones hurt. That's what happens when you're overweight. It's going to stress your joints. Okay? So, and that's why when I'm doing those jumping jacks, the lighter I am, the more I can do. No, I don't have a scale. I don't know how much I weigh, and I don't care, because that's not my goal. My goal is how I feel, how my clothes fit. When I pass by that long mirror, then I'm like, oh, we're making some progress this year. I'm not going to have the body I did when I was 18. That's not the goal. The goal is how I feel. And when you go see your doctor, trust me, he's going to be amazed. He'll say, what are you doing? Keep doing what you're doing. My blood pressure meds, they're just sitting there. My blood pressure has been perfect, running on the low side. So I know when it starts getting low because my legs start feeling weak and tired. And I mean, I can just go put that cuff on and it's like 104/70. And I'm like, ooh, that's just too low. And you know, in hypertension also, there is something. If you've had a certain level of blood pressure for a while, right? And then all of a sudden you drop it, you're going to feel bad, right? Because your body is saying, I'm not used to that. So you have to know what your norm is. We want to normalize it, but we don't make it too low, because if it's too low, it's not sending all that good, fresh, oxygen-rich blood to all your body, your brain, your kidneys, all these things that need that pressure. So don't go too low. All right? Any questions, you guys? We're celebrating the super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you. You're 73, really out of shape. Nope, Killer Queen, I got you, sis. Andrew, good morning. Lynette, my daughter, who is a vegetarian, has been trying to get me to eat carrot. Oh, okay, yeah, you loved it. Good day, tuning in from Toronto. Hola. It's all in the marinating process. Oh, okay. Yeah, marinate with all fresh, good stuff. Don't put junk stuff in there. All factly speaking, Andrew, I've been raw vegetarian over 5 years now. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Listen, I take my hat off to you if you can be a raw vegetarian. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You made a mango smoothie. Yeah, very nice. You know what? The mangoes here. But I think initially I really didn't like them at all. And you can get like four for $1. They're smaller and they're really they're unique to Panama, let's say. And sometimes they import from Peru. Peru has a certain type of mango. And of course we get avocado from Mexico. So, all this stuff, but we have our own avocados here. They are amazing. They are amazing. Mango smoothie, wonderful. I love mangoes. But you know what? Not to cut up and put in smoothies. I like them to be ripe and you put a whole at the end and squeeze and suck the juice. That's how we eat mangoes. The scales lie. I don't have a scale anymore. There you go, Lynette. That's what I do. I don't own one. I haven't owned a scale in a while. It's marketing, and you're putting all that pressure on you. Why? Don't do that, sis. Don't do it. I tell people, and we've all done it. We bought the supplements, we bought the additives, we bought the cleansers, we bought the, everybody's doing a detox. It's all marketing. Anita, buenos dias, good morning. It's all in the marketing, sis. Everything you need to be healthy is at the fruit store, at the, where do you go? We have like something called Merca Panama here, where you have all the stalls and the fresh fruit and vegetables, but at the same time, whoever said they were vegan, we went to the mountains of Chiriquí here in Panama, where the majority of our food comes from, potatoes, rice, the meat, and all that. And if you talk to the men, they say, oh yeah, we spray. They spray chemicals to keep pesticide, to keep the pests at bay. So when you buy your vegetables from the food stand, don't get in your mind that it's perfect and safe. Go home and clean and detox your fruit and veggies, okay? So, yeah, it's not just, Ronald, it's not just in the prepackaged food. The fresh fruit and vegetables that we buy, they've also been sprayed on. Even if it says organic, listen, I had somebody explain to me the whole thing about organic. To get that certificate, they still spray, okay? So don't get caught up on that. It's better, but it's not 100% safe. So, wash your fruit, like if I have fruit, put a bath in your sink, throw some vinegar. Some people put, I think one sister who was a coach was telling us what to use on fruit and what's on vegetable and something to mix. I just throw some vinegar and baking soda and let it soak, and then get yourself a little brush, your apples and stuff, your strawberries, your grapes, soak them and shake them to get rid of some of that, right? I mean, it's hard for you can't brush grapes. Now, I don't eat grapes a lot because grapes to me are a little bit higher in sugar. So I eat other fruits. I'm more into apples and pears and papayas, and the pineapples here are really sweet. I'm not giving that up. I am not, but they're so good. A treasure from darkness. Oh, I like that. Good morning. Good morning. Oh yeah. We have bought into the lies and have been killing ourselves. What about our kids? When I think of what I used to feed my children, I am so ashamed. I was in healthcare, but I wasn't a focus. You focus about cancer and arthritis and heart attacks. We were not focused on what we were eating. The junk I used to buy in my house. Remember the high C, Kool-Aid, the little individual pizzas that were wrapped? The thing I used to buy and feed my children, I am so upset with myself. But I have to say I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank you, Angie. You're having a blueberry, ginger, turmeric. Oh, what is BP? What is BP? Me too, Maggie. Yes, girl, don't you feel bad? I am appalled. Appalled. The chips, the stuff that was in. You know, when I went whole food plant-based to lose the 42 pounds that I did, I went and got rid of most everything from my cupboard and from my pantry. Started from scratch. Started from scratch. Yes. Cans. Oh, the cans? Yeah. And that's what, oh, black pepper. BP. Girl, it's too early for me to know what BP was. I'm thinking blood pressure. I'm a nurse. But anyway, yes. And I can tell you, when I was in England, there were some things I was looking for I couldn't find. They said, oh, that's been banned. Oh, coconut milk. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. I love coconut milk. I love coconut milk. And you know, here you get a fresh coconut. You don't have to go in a store. You take the metro. When you get off the metro, there is a little cart, somebody a little cart there, and the fresh coconut, and then you say, I need one, and then he cuts it off, he turns it down in a cup, and they put them in like in a cooler, so they're cold, and he turns it down, and then I'm like, nope, I want my pulp, and I want him to scoop it, and they put it in like a 16-ounce cup, and they give it to you, $2. Girl, I can have some fresh coconut water. I will do that instead of buying the cans in the store. In my mind, if it's in a can, it's prepackaged. So it has to have a preservative. Go fresh. Wherever you can, go fresh from the earth. If you're going to eat the skin, wash it, scrub it, rinse it. Apples, pears. Don't just grab something from the store and then put it in your mouth. Just think about all the spray and the pesticide you put in your body. And you know what happens with pesticides? A lot of people can be exposed to something and it doesn't do anything to them. And somebody else, there is something in your body that attaches itself, it's mediated, and all of a sudden there's a reaction that happens. Okay? So please be careful. You don't know all the stuff you've been ingesting. It may not be showing in terms of cancer or a tumor in your body, but somebody else, right? And we don't know who's going to react. So we just have to do what we can. And I'm not telling you that I might drop dead tomorrow. I may have things going up in my body. That's why people say, don't you want to go screen for this, screen for that? I say, no. I'm 67. Something is going on somewhere because I'm not going to live forever. If it doesn't bother me, I don't bother it. I don't have pain. I don't have real symptoms. If I start showing symptoms, I will investigate. Now, I'm not saying ignore your symptoms, but I'm saying don't keep, if you're a certain age, enjoy your time. Don't keep looking for things and say, oh, let me see if they found some early cancer cells. You'll probably already have that. Cans have chemicals too. They spray for rodents in factories. This includes soda used to oh Lord, yes. Oh, Ronald, you're scaring us. Yes, I don't eat anything in cans. I was never a soda person. I haven't had a soda. I remember going to South America. I was in, Chile? And after you've been away, you kind of sort of miss American food, especially if you haven't had it, you've been away for a while. And I see people, gracias, lovely day. But when you've been away from it, you kind of miss it, right? So I remember saying, oh, when I get home, that was years ago when I used to eat burgers. I haven't had a burger in years now, right? And it's like to have a hamburger with a Coca-Cola. What's more American than that? A soda, a burger, all the bad food, but that's what we do. That's what we do. So yes, if you're using anything out of a can, same principle. Wipe it really good and clean it up. You the best. Love seeing her and hear what you presented. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you, James. We are creating a wellness corner for older women because we know that if we want longevity, if we want to age well. I mean, you've seen these old people. I mean, there was an 85-year-old little man who was running marathon. I saw this 76 lady lift up, I don't know how much, but you know, she didn't just start lifting, right? So these are people whose lifestyle have been in health and, you know, fitness, and these people, they compete. I'm not looking to do any of that, right? Because I don't have the body for it. I'm struggling enough with what I have. So I'm looking to just be healthier, maintain a healthy weight. You know, when you get older, you need a little padding for your bone. You don't want it. You don't want if you fall to your crack. You need to have a little padding. We just have too much, right? Okay. Yes, guys, let's just think food. Use smoothies as replacement meals. If you were bad and you want maybe to speed up a little bit of weight loss, have some smoothies. Just throw all the good stuff that you have in a jar, some ice, pick up your liquid. Like I said, you could do coconut water. I prefer to get fresh. I don't know, you get a canned coconut water. You could do water. Some people are into filtered water, reverse osmosis. I'm not into all that. When I'm out, I drink bottled water. In my house, I boil my water, believe it or not. When I was in England, and that's when I started using these jars, right? Because we drink a lot of tea in England, as you know. And even when I was in South Africa, I would fill the pot with water, and then after it's cooled off, so I put it in a jar. So even now, I have a pitcher for drinking water in my fridge. And throughout the day, and when I go to bed, before I go to bed, I turn it on, it boils for a few minutes, and then it cools off. In the morning, I refill my jar, and that's what I drink. I don't drink water from the tap, right? So it's just a habit. Hope you're having a blessed day. Much of St. Louis. Hola, Ricky. Well, we have several guys in here. Mom? Okay, thank you. I am a mom, but usually when they start saying, this guy said, oh, auntie, you thick. And I had to laugh, and I'm like, is that supposed to make me feel bad? Are you trying to make me feel bad? You do not have that power. I will not allow you to make me feel bad because I feel good about myself. Take your power back, sis, sir. Don't allow people to get you down and make you, tell you, you look like this, you like this. That's your opinion. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Right? Think it's a compliment. It depends on the culture, right? It depends on the culture. You got to know who you're talking to. You know, I watched this sister yesterday. Probably shouldn't be going there, but she's in an East African country, right? And she went to, well, thank you, but anyway, let's move on. You often use bio-organic coconut water. Okay, making your own. To me, that's the best. Make your own. Almond milk with NutriBullet soaked raw almonds, small pieces of apple, and fresh ginger. Ooh, sounds amazing. Add a little water or coconut water, blast away. Wow. Okay. But me, you know what I use for my smoothies? I use pineapple water. You know, Panama, pineapples are everywhere. And listen, these pineapples are something special. They are the sweetest, juiciest pineapple I've ever had. Yes, God makes natural food. So that's why I say go natural. Some things you can't, you know, like I buy canned coconut milk. I could make my coconut, but I guess I'm too lazy, right? So what I do, Amy, I cut up the pineapple and the ends and the sides. I rinse it and then I boil it. I boil it slowly and then I strain it. And that's what I use as a base for my smoothie. Now, I used to have a cafe, right? I used to run a cafe, and our best-selling smoothie was called Skin Tonic. But when I was setting up my cafe, I found this company out of Oregon, I believe, and they help you with smoothie recipes. We bought our, I guess, blender from them, Blend Tech. Oh, I can't believe I remember that brand, Blend Tech. Of all the blenders I've used, but that was a commercial grade, was the best. I remember at the time, we paid about $895 for that. But that was an investment because it was a package that I bought. And then they give you the recipes, they tell you how much of this, how much of that. But Skin Tonic was one recipe, and that's the one that was the, yeah, try the pineapple water and let me know what you think. Oh, I love pineapple. But you know, I remember pineapple, you go to Walmart and you buy, and there was no taste to it. Yeah, don't buy pineapple from those places. Go to like a little stand somewhere when they have, what do you call that? It's not health fair, but you can go to these areas where they sell vegetables and stuff from the farm, right? But in that smoothie, you know, the base again, I still have a bunch of recipes. I still have the recipes with blueberry. We had one we called Green Goddess, and I mean, we used to make a lot of smoothies. So in that Skin Tonic, the base was a mango puree. I mean, mango puree. I love it. But it came in a bottle that we had to water down because it was like concentrated. And then and they told you exactly 1-to-1 or how much water to put, and you put it in, and the whole kit came with this big jars, right? And then I used to, once you mix it, and then you have to put a label and when you mixed it, because you know, you had rules about how long to use it or not. So you would take about, I think maybe 8 ounces of that mix, green mango puree. Then we put cilantro, you put celery, we had cucumbers, lemon or lime, and then the plant protein, the protein. We used to have whey protein, and then now we're into plant protein. I don't think they're the same right now. But anyway, that was the best smoothie. And I think put a little bit of cinnamon. Think about that. But you know what? It was amazing. And for years, I thought, oh, my bestseller, until I looked one day at the ingredient list in the back of that bottle. First of all, it's prepackaged. Ding, ding, ding. The sugar content in that thing was off the chart. And I'm like, that's why it tasted so good. Australia, hola. So I was giving those people what I thought was the best smoothie, but I was giving them too much sugar. I had a guy who used to go to the gym right next to my cafe. And then after he finished, he used to come every morning to get a watermelon something smoothie that I had. And it was refreshing, it was cold, and almost every morning he would come and get one. But I don't think I had fake watermelon, so he was okay. I don't feel too bad now. But remember that if anything is prepackaged for you, it's probably full of sugar. Read the labels. And even those labels, I'm like, do I really believe when they said this serving has this much? I don't know. I don't trust that. I don't. Yes, so just go fresh and natural as much as you can. Get your fruit, your vegetables from what we call fruteria here. Hola, Jim. And we go, and then the food comes from the farm. But rinse, you know, your potatoes, your celery. Yes. Wash it, rinse it before you put it in your fridge. So when you come home from the store, just make a bath. You know, when I worked at Disney as a new chef, I used to do a lot of prep. And I tell you, there are restaurants, but there are other restaurants. It's all up to the chefs, their mindset. Are they focused on health and safety? If you have a chef who's trained and is focused on that and not just on how fast you can get out the food, you might be safe. And that's why I tell people, I don't go out a lot because I don't trust what's happening in the back of that, in the kitchen. That's where the magic happens, and that's where death starts too. Because if they're not washing their hands, they're not wiping surfaces, they're cross-contaminating, they are not keeping things at the right temperature, which is what's killing you when you go home. Oh, I have food poisoning. No, that kitchen by there served you bad food. Food that was not kept at the right temperature, that is not clean. So eat at home, eat at home. You'll feel better. Yes, vegetables. I'm not a raw person per se. Lettuce, I'm not a big lettuce person because to me it's like a worthless food. There is nothing in it. I'd rather eat spinach and stuff like that, but I like to steam my vegetables. I prefer to steam, but if you're raw, more power to you. I'm not a raw person. No boil fresh juice. You juice. So I sometimes use carrots, ginger. Ooh, that sounds so good. Apple slices, and I pour the juice into my Nutribullet and add spinach, few raw almonds. Wow, that sounds amazing. Ooh, yes. So do that instead of a meal, and you're gonna slim down. And then water, 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 water. And then just work out with me or go for a walk, swim. Just make fitness a part of your life, not something to dread. Oh, Amy, that recipe there sounds amazing. Yeah. You know, spinach, kale. I was able to find kale here in Panama. Carrots. I can eat raw carrots any day. You know, carrots, celery, broccoli, cauliflower, pepper. I can use those. I can eat those raw after you clean it real good, right? But then you make a nice hummus, and then I sprinkle a little bit of my herb oil on it. Girl, I'm good. And then you blanch some. I don't like green beans per se, unless I'm doing a recipe. This is not something I'm gonna buy. You were a raw vegan for several years. I was really healthy. I now eat fish. Yeah, I eat fish now too. No longer raw vegan. Yes, Amy, just eat the earth. Whatever God has put out there, you know, some yummy sweet potatoes. Now, squash, I am a squash person. I am nuts about calabaza squash. I love it. I'm Caribbean, and we use that in soups, and oh, I love it. And it cooks so fast, and it's good for you. So, sweet potatoes, squash, even the regular potato, people say it's healthy. It's full of some antioxidant and vitamins. But I'm not a white potato person. But if I'm making stew, I have no problem putting a few pieces of potatoes in my stew, in my soups. Yeah. All right, guys. Hour and 13 minutes. Anything else? Do you have any other question? Now, see, I'm turning 67. No arthritis, thank God. Just history of high blood pressure. I haven't had anything else. God has been good to me because I wasn't as health conscious as I am now. But now in your older years, you really need to focus. I don't like eating out anymore either because people didn't know properly. Trust me, I can tell you some stories in the back of the house. I remember when my son was a teenager. And you know, kids, they love McDonald's. There's a death trap right there. And you know, those fries and everything. Please don't give your grandkids or your kids that kind of junk. Do not do that. Okay? And then he started working as a teenager. He said, "Mom, if you saw what I see back there, you would never eat at McDonald's." But let me tell you, even as an adult, I was doing home health at one point. And sometimes you're driving around, you're hungry. I remember going to Wendy's and getting the little chicken nuggets, which is trash, and what is that ice cream thing? I forgot what they call it, but I used to get that and some chicken tenders. Now, was there any health benefit to that? Trashy food, trash, right? So McDonald's, same thing. If I was traveling, not just for work, but if I'm going somewhere and it's breakfast time, I used to go get, I love the little sandwich. It was English muffin, egg McMuffin. Remember that? Egg McMuffin? You know, I love English muffins. And then they would put a slice of cheese and sausage. That was the only thing I would eat at McDonald's with a cup of coffee. And then if it was lunchtime, I was driving around, I'd get that Southwest salad, you know, with the green, with the black beans. And yes, those are the only thing I would eat at McDonald's. Sometimes I would have, I remember one day I bought a bunch of those chicken nuggets. Not good for you. There is nothing good in those nuggets. I don't even know they have chicken in those. Might be the offal, and then they have the breading, and they fry it, and they put things in it to make it taste good. That's not food. So don't eat the junk. Don't feed it to your kids. And I believe truly that if you're a young person, you're watching, and if you make, oh, Frosty, thank you, lovely. Yes, I used to buy those. Trash, 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 trash. So when your kids say, I want to go to McDonald's, because you've taken them there. And then they put the little toys in there. There is the marketing. They are brainwashing your kids. But you, as the adult, if you put healthy food in your pantry, in your fridge, your kids are going to pick up on your good habits. They'll be snacking on raw carrot sticks and celery sticks. Trust me. They're watching you. They're watching what you do. If you eat well, they'll eat well. If somebody comes into my house, first of all, I don't have a lot of food because here in Panama, with one person, you don't need to go. The mindset is not to go to the store and shop for a week. We don't do that here because a lot of food don't last that long. And you don't need to do that. Think about New York City. You know, you get down your apartment and you have that stand there, you can buy anything. I was in England, people don't go to the store and shop for a week. No. You get off the train, you pick up something from the store, you eat it. That's how you live. You open your fridge, you have drinks and water and wine and beer. That's all people have in their fridge. Okay? Oh, connection went away. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I sit here and I think back and I'm just appalled of the things I used to. I remember for Sunday dinner, I would make scalloped potatoes. Well, you're destroying the potato with all this junk I put in it, right? Scalloped potatoes or macaroni and cheese. And I don't want anybody coming at me with the Southern diet. There's nothing healthy about that. Fried chicken. I remember I was in a church one time and I was trying, you know, as a nurse, I try to teach people, or I would do a little bit of health fair and to tell these people how to eat. Trust me, they would just hit me upside the head and say, oh, and I remember this girl, you know. That's why when somebody said, you thick, it's a compliment. I don't know, because people called her thick and she was like, and I was teaching, doing a presentation, and you know, they're Southern, I was in the South, and I'm like, you know, you need to kind of slow down on the fried chicken. She's like, what's wrong with fried chicken? I mean, she was offended, ready to fight. I'm like, oh, sis, eat your fried chicken. Eat your fried chicken. I'm not saying don't have it once in a while. You don't have to have it every Sunday, and I know you go to McDonald's and Burger King and all of them, you got some more during the week. I worked with a girl. She was very thick. And when I mean she was thick, right? The girl was working in my office. I watched her payroll. I knew how much she got paid. No more than $9 an hour. Every morning, the girl comes in with a Starbucks creamy something. This, now I know how much those things cost, and I'm like, let me do the math here. Every morning you get one of these, she was paying like $4 or $5 for. At 10 o'clock, 10:30, they're going around taking lunch orders. And they want to come in back with salads. And then they had, you put the drawer in the office, the snacks. Listen, your body is not going to lie on you. Whatever you feed it, it's going to show it on the outside. Plus, think of the money you're spending. And I'm like, you get paid this much, you spend about $10 a day on food, plus you have to go to the store and feed your family. But yeah, that Southern diet. And then Lynette, if you talk to a Southern person, you say anything about their food, they get really, really offended. And I'm like, okay, let's look at the stats. How much obesity do you have? How much high blood pressure do you have? How much diabetes do you have? How many of you are losing toes? How many of you are getting strokes and heart attacks? Come on, folks. Wake up. Wake up. And especially when you have poverty in an area, that's where people are dying. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand if you're poor, the last thing you want to think about is health, right? But we have to take responsibility at one point for our own health. We can't keep blaming the system. Yes, the system is rigged and they want to keep you sick. And then you have no access to healthcare. So you have to do your own work on the other side to keep yourself from having to access the healthcare that you're denied. So start thinking positively for you that your health is your responsibility. Nobody else's. Nobody else. Okay? I cook my omelet and various white, purple, orange, sweet potatoes. Ooh, yes. A lot of organic, grass-fed butter getting, there you go. There you go. Healthier. Listen. And don't you feel better though? Once you feed your body, you know, if you start eating right, you're eating all the good stuff, and then you go and you cheat, don't you pay the price? I mean, I do. Your digestion goes haywire. You know, people with chronic constipation, you know, if you're having chronic constipation for no reason, you need to get checked, okay? Because that could be a sign of something else. But once you eat the wrong thing after you've been healthy, your body says, whoa, what's happening here? And then you get that malaise and you're gassy and your poo doesn't look the same, it doesn't smell the same. But if you eat right, you go to the bathroom, nobody needs to know there is no odor. I know it's TMI, I know that. But I'm telling you, when you feed your GI system the real good stuff and you drink lots of water, you get rid of sodas. I haven't had a soda since I was like in my 30s maybe. I don't like soda. They're loaded with sugar. Don't you hear people say this is the first thing you need to get rid of? Soda, sugar. Get rid of it. It's an addiction. Yes. Ooh. Resistance and rebellion. Okay. Okay. Because you know, once you buy the stuff, you listen to the ad, you know, the marketing, these people are experts at crafting messages to suck you in. You know, sometimes I start watching somebody, you know, they're on YouTube or something. Within the first 60 seconds, I'm like, girl, you're wasting my time. I'm clicking off. Because if it doesn't speak to me, I don't have to sit here and watch it. I see a commercial, I'm clicking off. You're not talking to me. I don't want it. I reject it. So just fill yourself, your body, your mind, your environment with positive things, positive people. Come here, let's talk, right? So we can heal ourselves. All the good stuff. So let's say, to finish off, we're going to be doing our workout Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time, 8 a.m. Monday, for the people who are not used to working out at all, we're going to start really slow and probably just do stretching. Because let me tell you, if you stretch your body, you're preparing it to do more. And if you have not been doing anything, you've been sitting, you've been stressed, because when you stress and you're depressed, you don't want to move, you want to sit somewhere. And sitting, sis, is the enemy. Do not sit. Move. Make yourself move. Okay? Wednesday going to be intermediate, and then Friday we're just going to go full blast. Okay? And then we're always going to be talking health, and we'll come up with some healthy recipes, and let's share recipes, because some of you have some amazing smoothie recipes and other things. I definitely want to, and we're going to go to the kitchen, and we're going to do it, and you're going to coach me on your recipes, right? This is the thing. This is the only place I can be creative, okay? Because I can't draw, I can't sing, God has blessed each one of us with specific skills, and art is not one of them for me, okay? But I can be creative in the kitchen. I like to mix and match, and we don't have to be fancy. It just needs to look good, and it just tastes good, and we know that is feeding our body, right? Just make sure we are responsible to our temple. All right, ladies and gents, I'm gonna let you go. Bright, shiny ray of awesome. Thank you so much. Greta, my friend. What are you laughing at? I'm always, laughing at myself. That's what I tell people. If you come here and you say things and you think you're gonna hurt my feeling, you're wasting your time. You can't. I want to allow you to hit that part of me. Nah. I'm grown. I'm too grown. All right, guys. Pay attention to how your body feels. Yes. Lovely day. It was nice having you, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching. We completed the challenge. Like I said, I'm setting a new challenge. Thick gammon, whatever that means. I'm starting a new challenge for December 31st. So Killer Queen, you and I, we have a new challenge. All right, Miss Greta. Love you, girl. I hope to see you one day when you get over this way. Thank you for sticking with me, and thanks for everything, for the support, the love. I love it. Thank you, guys. All right. I'm going to be, oh my gosh, I need to move. I have a nail appointment, and tomorrow I have a massage, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Thank you so much. All right. See you. Bye. God bless you.